Before we explore stalking, we need to understand the territory. The astral plane, from the Greek word for star, is described in Theosophy, Western esotericism, and various mystical traditions as a subtle world of emotion, imagination, and psychic energy. Think of it as a dimension where thoughts form landscapes and emotions create weather. It's accessible through practices like meditation, lucid dreaming, and intentional out-of-body experiences. Historical figures like Emanuel Swedenborg wrote about the world of spirits, while Hindu and Buddhist texts describe similar realms called lokas or bardos. Modern occultist Dion Fortune called it the plane of the emotions and of the psychic faculties. Astral stalking refers to the alleged persistent pursuit or harassment of an individual within non-physical realms. Practitioners and experiencers describe two primary forms. First, harassment by non-human entities, often described as shadow beings, energy vampires, or lower astral creatures. Second, pursuit by projected human consciousness, where another person's astral body intentionally tracks someone across dimensions. This isn't just modern lore, it has deep roots. Amazonian shamans speak of brujos sending invisible darts during dream states. The Kung people of the Kalahari describe gangwasi, spirits that attach to and drain the living. Even 19th-century occult societies, like the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn, developed protective magic against astral attacks. Let's look at some compelling documented cases. First, the Philadelphia experiment survivor. In the 1980s, paranormal researcher Preston Nichols documented Edward Cameron, who claimed involvement in the legendary experiment and reported being stalked across lifetimes by shadow beings. He developed frequency fences using sound and light to create safe zones during sleep. Second, a case from psychiatrist Dr. Waldo Vieira in Sao Paulo. A surgeon reported being stalked during out-of-body experiences by what appeared to be a former patient who died during surgery. Notably, the surgeon's physical body developed unexplained bruises corresponding to the astral attacks, witnessed by hospital staff. Third, anthropologist Dr. Susan Blackmore investigated a case at Oxford University where a linguistics professor reported astral harassment by a deceased academic rival, with sleep paralysis, poltergeist activity, and shared dreams witnessed by his partner. Fourth, declassified documents from the U.S. Stargate project reference countermeasures against non-local threats, with former remote viewer David Morehouse describing counter-surveillance during operations. Science offers intriguing explanations. Many astral stalking experiences occur during sleep paralysis, a physiological state where the body is immobilized during REM sleep while consciousness awakens. The intruder hallucination, common here, often features threatening presences. Neuroscientist Balan Jalil's research shows these hallucinations activate the amygdala, the brain's fear center, and the temporoparietal junction involved in self-other discrimination. From a psychological angle, Jungian analysts interpret astral stalkers as shadow projections, unintegrated aspects of the psyche personified. Psychologist Wilson Van Dusen found that schizophrenic patients heard voices matched descriptions of lower astral entities. Evolutionary psychologists suggest supernatural pursuit experiences might be cognitive byproducts of hyperactive agency detection, an evolutionary advantage for detecting predators that misfires in altered states. How do traditions protect against astral stalking? Tibetan Buddhism prescribes practices like migtsema, prayers against dred spirits and sen demons. Western occultism, as seen in Aleister Crowley's writings on psychic vampires, emphasizes rituals, sigils, and energy shielding. Shamanic practices often involve cleansing ceremonies, spirit allies, and protective amulets. Modern approaches include grounding techniques, visualization of light barriers, and maintaining strong mental and emotional hygiene. Renowned occultist Dion Fortune cautioned in her 1930 book, Psychic Self-Defense, that 9/10 of supposed occult attacks are the products of the victim's own imagination, inflamed by fear and stimulated by ignorance. The key is balance, combining spiritual practices with psychological self-awareness. What does science say? Historical efforts like the Société de l'Astral in France attempted to document astral phenomena with early scientific methods, though results were inconclusive. Contemporary organizations like the Institute of Noetic Sciences have studied remote viewing and distant mental influence, finding statistically significant but small effects in controlled settings. Skeptics argue astral stalking experiences represent confabulations, sleep disorders, or psychological projections. Ethically, this raises big questions. If real, what are the moral implications of astral intrusion? Could belief enable harmful behaviors? It's crucial to approach such experiences with caution. If you're experiencing distressing phenomena, consult medical and mental health professionals alongside spiritual advisors. The relationship between spiritual experiences and mental health requires careful, individualized assessment.